in the world of toys, boxings, news, interviews, and reviews. In the world of toys, unboxings, news, interviews, and reviews. Mr. in the world of toys.
Finally, I got it. This is so powerful crystal and it's mine. Not for a long time. Put it down. Take that. No, what are you doing, stupid Joe? You are under arrest now. No. Yeah. What happened? What happened? He ran away. He ran away. Don't worry. We got him. I don't think so, Cano. Yeah, trust me. Trust me.
You know right now is July, and July, the end of July means San Diego Comic-Con. But are you sure that it's July? Because if you watch on Super 7 exclusive, looks more to hair in the hair. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rocks. Because Super 7 drop a lot of goodies like a Christmas in July. And to talk about these awesome new figures from Super 7, this is the 8th episode with the one and the only Brian Flynn. The one and the only Brian Flynn. So welcome back to the show, Brian.
This is there's no other place in the world where I get piano introductions. I could have you, like, I go to a restaurant and you could do this as we walk in. It would be amazing.
Yeah. It's a total improvisation, by the way.
Yeah.
So I know what they do only when I go on the keyboards of the piano. But you know what you do, because now we have a lot to cover because you drop a lot of stuff, man. So let's start immediately. Let's talk about these goodies from Super 7 right now, because you touch so many good franchise, so many cool stuff. And we start with this one, really cool. We talk about this. This
Return
is the Return of the Living Dead.
That's right. Return of the Living Dead. And these are blacklight. So the card back, I mean, I could run in the other room and grab one real quick. So the card back is flocked, blacklight, like a blacklight poster. And then the figures and backing card are blacklight ink. So if you use a blacklight, they glow like an old poster. So everything that's black on there is actually flocked. It's fuzzy.
Cool. And this one will be available on the Super 7 booth on San Diego Comic-Con?
Yes, sir.
And for the people that will not attend the San Diego Comic-Con, there's possible chance online to grab these figures?
Yes. Monday. So, we can't bring 100% of the inventory to San Diego. And we want other people to have a chance. So, we have what we're bringing to San Diego, and then whatever's left from there, plus a little bit that we hold back, goes online on Monday, so everybody gets a chance. How long and how fast, you never know. Changes from toy to toy, but the goal is that everybody's got a chance to get one.
Okay, finger crossed to everybody, and go to the Super 7 booth. What is the number of the Super 7 booth of San Diego Comic-Con?
I think the number is 2543. I could be wrong, but the center in the back. That's how you know.
Okay, send in the back, guys, if you go there. Don't forget, also full coverage on this channel for Super 7 and also the Comic-Con news, but move on because we have a lot to cover. We start also talk about some great apparel. Tell me something about this glow in the dark. So this T-shirt glows in the dark.
Yeah. So all the yellow glows in the dark, and the artwork is taken from the old wax pack wrapper. So
Great.
the wrapper from the original card had that artwork on it, and the old wrappers are yellow, but wearing a yellow shirt's really difficult, and not a lot of people can pull off a bright yellow T-shirt. So we put it on black, and everything that's in yellow ink here is actually glow in the dark.
Cool. And by the way, I met Tim Burton last fall, super fun guy. And we have a conversation about art. It's really still authentic because it's super popular. You can see also an intro in the intro of my video.
Last time we talked, you had just met him recently.
Yeah, that's right. You have a good memory, maybe better than mine.
Whatever. You're Mr. Allen. How am I not going to remember?
Yeah, that's right. Let's move to another cool stuff, Peanuts. So tell me something about official trading cards, Peanuts.
Yeah. So last year we did wax packs. I'm not sure if they had wax packs in Italy. I know in Italy, most of the time, was it more like paper pouches that you would rip open to get the cards or stickers?
Yeah, that's right.
More like Panini and other things. So
Panini,
in America, it was this waxed. It's a type of paper, and they were glued. But that waxy paper was one of the things. Like you got that pack, and you couldn't wait to open it, and that feeling. So these are wax packs, but they're cards. Sort of look like what would the 50s or 60s, what would the Peanuts cards have looked like had they ever come out? Because they never came out with Peanuts trading cards back then.
Cool. So let's see the next item. Another T-shirt. This one is not glow in the dark. That's right. It's
no, it's not glow in the dark. Yeah.
Speaking of Peanuts.
Yeah. I think this is the way most of us feel half the time. I'm fine, and then clearly disheveled and a mess.
Yeah. Another. Let's see other apparel stuff. Everything will be available on a Super7 booth. That's right.
Yep, Super7 booth, and definitely online afterwards too for the apparel.
Cool.
But Woodstock on a skateboard. I love this.
It's Richard Scarry. I love Richard Scarry.
Yeah, all the different. The one of the coolest things always reading the books was all those cars, the crazy cars, the pickle car, the banana car, Lily Worm's apple car. Like some of these, I don't even remember. Like I didn't remember the crocodile car or alligator car, but it's still great. But like toothbrush car, I remember most of these. But this is just super, super fun.
I remember because when I was a kid, my father was working in a library. Mm-hmm. So when he come to home, he gave me a lot of Richard Scarry books. So I remember that.
No, there's so much fun.
Yes, also childhood memory. So another cool T-shirt is this one with the Super7. So this one is Super7 character. This is a mascot, like
no. That's from Sesame Street.
Oh, okay.
You have Grover, and then he also had an alter ego of Super Grover.
Oh,
so
okay.
that is Super Grover on a Super7 shirt.
Great. And this is the mommy of Super7. This is your mascot.
Yeah, Mummy Boy. Excuse me. This one started as like the idea of like what would the Mummy Boy baseball T-shirt look like, and you'd have your name across the back.
How was born the Mummy Boy?
What's that? How was born Mummy Boy?
Yeah, Mummy Boy. How started this?
So in the beginning of Super7, we made lots and lots of monster toys and vinyl toys, and I always wanted like an advertising mascot, like an SO Oil, like the little oil drop boy or Bob's Big Boy. I wanted that 1950s mascot, but what would Super7's version be? So he would still be a little monstery, a little spooky, but still cute and fun. And so that was where the idea for Mummy Boy came along.
Cool. So move on to the next T-shirt. This one.
Hedorah the smog monster from Godzilla. So in the movie, he's made out of pollution. So at one point, he gets onto these smokestacks from a factory and gets huge. He just breathes and eats, if you will, all the pollution.
Cool. Next, we move to some figure. If you have some prototype there, should be cool to see some of them.
They're all packed up. Everything is packed. Everything is gone. But yeah, this is Ghost Groon.
ThunderCats.
Yes.
And this one will be also available on Super7 booth?
Yes. Yes.
Great. We have also pictures.
Yeah.
It's translucent a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of ghost and sort of dream sequences in the show where you get these translucent figures having activities. Dream Master episode with Mum-Ra and other ones. So this is one of those moments in the show where you've got a ghost rune.
And now we move to a main character with a special feature. Let's see, Lionho
with the light up eyes. Yeah, so this is a new version of Lionho, an all new sculpt actually, and then it also has light up eye feature.
But the light up feature is like glowing, or there is a light inside?
No, there's a light inside, and so you can turn him off and on, and the eyes light up. So in the show, when they call the ThunderCats with the Sword of Omens, all of their eyes light up white. So this is the eye light up action. You can turn on and off the light of the eyes. Yes.
So there is a button on the back.
No, it's actually inside, and you push down on the head, and it turns it off and on.
Cool. Who is the designer of this figure, of this idea?
Well, there's a whole team involved, but Josh and Kyle and Michael Gullen, I'm trying to think, Mason. There's a lot of, and then a lot of people interfacing with the factory, from Ashley to Sean. So there was a lot of people working on this, but the idea was sort of a little bit of group effort. And I'm supposed to actually say that the first person that ever mentioned it was Eggman on ThunderCats.org in a video he posted the other day to remind me, like 4 years ago. He asked, when are we going to get light up action in the eyes? And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So we're going to say that Eggman actually did it then. So it was Eggman's idea.
The inspiration.
Yes.
So move on, because this feature is also, we can see also a lot of accessories as every beautiful Ultimates figure, because only Super7 Ultimates give you so many possibilities to display your figure. So guys, don't miss that, because Ultimates is #1.
There you go. Thank you, Mr. Allen. Here we go.
Yes, I suppose, because you saw before an ultimate stop motion with J. Joe, and I like how many ways you can display the J. Joe and the deep cut that you do for the characters. That's really cool. And this is Mum-Ra with the lights up eyes. That's right, my friend.
Light up eyes, and the emblem on his chest lights up too.
Cool. So when you press the head, also the chest, this part of with the logo.
Yep.
Cool.
Super cool.
Super cool. So for this, absolutely about this light up figure from Super7, when you can change light in the eyes, I can say that
this is super cool.
You have those ready. That's great.
Absolutely. So a lot of accessory also in this case. You can see this cartoon accurate. So these details is cartoon accurate, like the figure, and this is awesome. But before to move on to the full coverage, I forgot the typical Mr. Allen question in my Mr. Allen Super Show. Every time that I got Brian in my show, which question could be? Brian?
What did I have for lunch?
No, this is about... it's about something. Brave Brave Star.
Brave Star.
Some update for a possible culture accurate Brave Star Ultimates figure?
Not yet. Not yet. It's not saying
But remember,
forever. Not saying never.
When this will be reality, you know what is the guy to drop the news.
Exactly. It will be an exclusive for Mr. Allen.
That's right, because it will be my dream come true.
Yes.
So let's take a look also the beautiful packaging of Mamra, because one of the cool things, guys, of Super 7 Ultimates, that you got super cool packaging inspired from the character. So you see, you touch the character, the gimmick also on the packaging. This is awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
Move on. Also, the back of the packaging, something really cool. So, guys, don't miss this. Yes, don't miss this cover, the packaging, the box, the figure, the feature, and go run when you go on San Diego Comic Con. Don't care to the other toy company. Don't care about the big company. Run immediately to Super 7 booth, because if you run too slow, you will lose the opportunity to get this figure.
We'll see. But you should get all the stuff you want from all the companies. It doesn't have to be just us.
Move on for another super cool figure. Tell me something about this Mighty Morphin Power Rangers figure.
I mean, Lord Zed's, a really cool figure. This execution that we did with all the wires and everything is super fun. And we kept talking about, like, where do we come back and do another iteration of him and what could be super cool. And you can never really go wrong with glow in the dark. And so we did glow in the dark with green accents, and it works really well with the gold. It kind of plays off the logo. If you look at the logo, we're pulling some inspiration off there, and just super fun. He looks awesome.
Absolutely. We can see also the packaging.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just a little side question. Who is which member of Super 7 have this great idea to create this unique box and cover for the Ultimates?
Well, when we launched the Ultimate, we wanted to have packaging that made sense for us. And we also wanted to make, something that was unique to us a little bit, but also something that really looked great on shelf, obviously, which, I take packaging very seriously, because, when you first see it, it's just as important as the toy. The reason that the box isn't straight, the box is angled, is that when it comes in your shipping box, when you tuck in panels into a box, it makes the inside of the box uneven. So then if you think about it, when you tuck in the shipping box, it bangs in or crushes in unevenly the sides of the box. So then we took it and said, we're going to change it and angle it so that you could put the shipping box in but still hold it, but the shipping box never actually touches the box itself.
Smart. This is smart.
We're thinking about it. May not be obvious, but we're thinking about it.
Yeah. It's smart, but also a nice touch of respect of the collector, because actually I collect also the box of Super 7 Ultimates. I have all the box. Yes, now the space I have a big room, like a full floor for the figures for all my collections. But now there is a big space only for box from Super 7.
Yeah. Man, I apologize if people see me going like this. My sinuses are going crazy, so.
No problem.
So there's somebody watching him going, he keeps doing this sort of like, and it's like, oh, that's my sinuses doing something crazy right now. So.
No problem. So move on. We have a G.I. Joe reaction.
Yeah, issue 21, Silent Interlude, Michael Golden. It's one of the most important I would argue probably the most important G.I. Joe comic, but also most important comic. And you're dealing with Snake Eyes, which is super popular. We did a version of this one before where it's a full color comic with a full color Snake Eyes, and it was super popular. And we get a lot of requests for this. We're like, how do we make another one where people will be excited about it, that, you know, sort of builds on what people keep asking us, is for more like this. And so then we saw the original artwork with the paste up and the bleeds and everything, only in black and white. And we're like, oh, let's make that figure. We'll make that. We'll make it for San Diego.
It's another cool idea. I think it's perfect for San Diego, because I think it's not easy find something interesting, unique, that match really well for a convention. And also this one I think is an interesting idea because it's peculiar, no? I think.
Yeah, and it, you know, it's comic books and G.I. Joe at Comic-Con. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, now we switch a little bit to Halloween kids.
The Halloween kids,
boy.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I assume in Italy, did you have the same kind of Halloween costumes in the 1970s and 80s? The little plastic ones.
I'm too young to remember the 70s, and it's impossible to be. The 80s, I can say something about the late 80s, early 90s.
Well, for me growing up, these were like, this is what the Halloween costumes look like. So we've got these kids, and they're boys and girls, and they're wearing different costumes and masks and just trying to have super fun with it.
I saw that in some series, because, you know, now the series on Amazon or whatever, Netflix, they put a lot of something of the 70s, the 80s. So I saw that. It's familiar because I saw something in some series, I believe. Also, the Peanuts, also the same style, same idea, really cool. Yep. I like also the artwork on the box, on the cardboard, I should say.
Diego did that artwork. He worked, we had a lot of revisions on it to really get it to feel like an old Halloween shopping bag from the 70s. Diego did a really good job on that.
Cool. And this one, tell me something about Thriller Gorilla.
So in the 80s, at least in America, maybe probably not in Italy, Town and Country, or TNC, was a huge, huge surfwear brand. And they had these characters that were on all the shirts. And so Thriller Gorilla and the Caveman, and there's a couple others, were all super popular. Nowadays, they're two different companies, the people that own all the characters and the people that own Town and Country. So we just wanted to make Thriller Gorilla from the 80s and make a figure out of them. And so we did.
Cool. So move on to the next, is about
Baragon and Anguirus.
Yeah.
Baragon and Anguirus. So, you know, for people that collect our Toho figures, you know, we generally make a glow version of every monster. They're usually tied in with conventions or other moments and exclusives. So at San Diego, we've got Baragon, and Anguirus.
Great.
Look at that. The soft green on Baragon, so cool. The brown on Anguirus with the gold. They look great. They look great. And you get these different backing cards than you do with the regular cards for that. They just look awesome.
Absolutely. And this one is Godzilla itself. Yes.
So this is a scale down of the 1960s Aurora Godzilla kit. So they're one of the first Godzilla things ever available domestically in the United States. I want to say one of the first, because there's things like the ray gun and some other stuff with the Mysterians that predate this. But in terms of like actual Godzilla toys in the United States, the first real thing you get is the Aurora model kit. And so this is taking that big, 12-inch model kit, scaling it down to 3 3/4, making it posable, and you can take it out of the diorama scene. And it's a fully articulated action figure, but it's also very much the model kit scaled down.
I love also the artwork on the box. It's really cool.
Yes. It's what those old boxes paintings are phenomenal. They're amazing.
Absolutely. Pure art, in my opinion. And speaking of another character for Godzilla, a reaction.
Hedorah the Smog Monster. So for Hedorah, the original toy that was made by Bullmark came in 2 colorways. The main one is yellow with green and red spray and a little bit of black. And then there's a super, super rare version that was exported only to Hawaii in 1974, and it is pink vinyl with metallic sort of blue-green, red, and black spray with orange on the face. And then the pupils on the Hawaii one are round, where the regular one are oval. So this is a repaint of our standard Hedorah figure in the Hawaii only color from the 1970s.
Wow. Super deep cut, this one.
It is, but look how cool it looks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Looks like also more gentle, more funny.
Yeah. You know, because an original Hawaii Hedorah, I think one just sold on eBay for $7,000.
Wow.
Yeah. They're hard to get.
Absolutely. And this one, speaking of Godzilla.
Yes, Godzilla and Jet Jaguar shaking hands. So
Wow.
At the end of their epic battle, they shake hands with each other. And so we made new arm molds for both characters so that they could shake hands with each other. And then we put them in this diorama box, like the scene from the movie.
Cool. Another great idea. I see in these exclusives, this new stuff, a lot of creative behind to do something special for each new item. I like that, this effort that you put behind these exclusives. And by the way, I like chocolate, and I like also this one.
Yeah, we were like, we need to do. We wanted to really do a something from Willy Wonka at San Diego. And when we talked about it, we were like, oh, we could package it in a candy bar box. And then we're like, well, the figure always comes in a blister. We're like, what if we made a brown blister that looked like the chocolate bar, and then we did the figure in unpainted brown and nestled it in there like it's a chocolate figure? And we're like, oh, that's great. And then we're like, but then you have to have the golden ticket. So there's actually 200 that come with a golden ticket, and the figure is painted gold. And you never know if you're going to get a chocolate one or a gold one.
Cool. Awesome. I love it. That's is the gold one.
And it comes with a golden ticket too.
Great. I love it. And this one, speaking of the wars is a line that you create. That's right.
Yes. Yeah. This was a guy that works for us named Dennis, and he had the X series in our world already exists in the worst. X1, X2, X3, X4, and X5. And it's this robot assassin who over the years evolves himself from sort of almost steampunk as X1 to like this super futuristic in X5. So over the years, he's constantly upgrading himself. Cool. And then Dennis came up with this idea to sort of do an homage to another character group in colorways, because he's got this X outfit. It kind of ties into a rather well-known comic book property. So they're recolored in homage to that comic book property.
Do you ever consider to do a comic book about the worst line?
We are considering it right now.
Cool, because this artwork that you did put in my hand immediately. Well, a comic book issues for this line should be really cool.
Agreed.
So let's see what happens in the future.
Yes.
And now we go back to Peanuts.
The Charlie Brown tricycle. Yeah. This one will actually be exclusive to the Peanuts booth, but this is one of the first super cycles. Charlie Brown on the tricycle. And it's a tin wheels, tin bell, tin mechanism that you wind up, and it goes ding, 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 ding as it drives around.
And what is the size of this figure?
I have, look at it.
Cool. Awesome.
So let me take this off. There you go.
Move a little bit. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Also, this one available on the Super7 booth of San Diego Comic Con.
Yes. No, this is available from Peanuts only. It'll be at the Peanuts booth of San Diego Comic Con.
Okay. Okay.
We made it, but it comes out at the Peanuts booth first, or exclusively. Excuse me.
And when I saw this one online, my reaction was,
what?
Because it's really crazy, but it's super fun. I love it.
It's super fun. Yeah. The tricycles, I collect vintage tricycle vinyls from Japan. And I was like, what would have happened if that line would have been made in the United States? So here you go. This is what it would have been. It would have been.
Also, the artwork is amazing. It's fun, but it's also amazing. You can see the details in this artwork. Wow. The artist that do this one is great.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Do you remember the name?
I don't remember the name.
Okay. Today, I try to put you in trouble with numbers and names.
Yeah, no, that I would have to ask the packaging team who did that.
So move on to the 3 awesome item. And one that they're looking for because I'm a G.I. Joe Ultimates collector. We have
Cobra Mortal.
Yeah.
So
Cobra
the Argentinian, referencing the Argentinian figure from way back, the super rare Argentinian figure. He's so cool looking, isn't he?
Absolutely. I love also Conan the Barbarian in this vintage style figure.
Yeah, and that one's super cool with the blood splatter war paint. Yeah, that's the first of that for sort of a new line of figures coming out. And then the Godzilla you're showing, that's the Shogun Godzilla in ultimate scale, and it's painted to match the 1980s Popey figure. The Popey figure from that time basically has that same paint scheme. So that's the Popey paint scheme on the Shogun figure for Godzilla. All the other jumbos that were brought to America were Popey jumbos, but they didn't bring the Godzilla. They made their own Godzilla. So what if that Godzilla had been made by Popey? That's what it would have looked like.
And these 3 will be available in the Comic Con Super7 booth?
Yes.
Perfect. Move on to pizza time. Is I believe is not almost dinner time because for you it's about 5 p.m. In Italy is
4:30.
4:30. So it's not pizza time. It's too early to you to pizza time.
Is there ever
to me, it's too late. To me,
No.
it's too late because it's night. But to me, it's normal because I live in the night. So I'm like a dragon.
No. Pizza time is 24 hours a day.
24/7.
24/7. So on Friday night, we have a pop-up shop that is a Turtles Pizzeria. So we'll be serving real pizza, everything. It's a full-blown Turtles Pizzeria. So Mikey's Pizzeria. So that's an ultimate of Mikey as the pizza chef at his restaurant.
A lot of accessories as usual. 4 pizza slice, another one in the box, 2 nunchucks, 6 interchangeable hands, and 2 interchangeable ad. Super cool.
Plus I like the soft goods apron and everything.
And also the pizza box packaging.
Yep.
That's really cool. I like this. And we have also Scumbag.
Scumbag glow in the dark. You can never go wrong with glow in the dark, especially on monsters. And Scumbag, we've done quite a few others like Mutagen Man and everybody. So this one was just way.
I remember also Baxter Stockman that you did some years ago.
Blue glow looks like the Zapper when he gets transformed. Exactly.
Yeah. Super cool. You have also a picture you can see 2 interchangeable ends, a lot of accessories. So this is this insect. What is the name in English? Scumbag?
Those are like roaches. They're not. I mean, it's got more legs. They're just gross bugs.
When I start to translate my book in English, I start to learn more words in English. So my English a little bit better, but I understand really well English because I watch movie in English. Also because I have this project to put my books in US. So I try. I'm good writing, but when I speak in English, there's still something weird in my English when I speak in English. But now I have a question for you.
It's much better than my Italian, though.
Yeah, but you don't speak Italian, nothing.
Grazie. That's all I know.
But I have a question before to continue the full coverage. You are the guy, maybe no one knows that, but this show, this is the episode 99, but was born in 2021 with Brian. The #1 episode was with you. You was the first member of the toy community, the toy industry, to believe in this show. So first of all, I have big gratitude to you, my friend. But do you think that if you compare my English today and my English in 2021, today I'm better?
Of course, much better. And my Italian is the same. Maybe even worse.
I don't know. If you want to say my name is Brian in Italian, you should say io mi chiamo Brian.
I have to say Brian. You got to roll the R.
Yeah. So you already say my name is Brian.
Io mi chiamo Brian.
That's right. So next episode, I will teach you another Italian.
It's Mr. Allen's School of Translation.
Yeah. Also because now I translate my book, so translation, also adaptation, because when I translate my book in English, there is different catchphrase in Italian and in English. American are different than UK, for example. So I need to search something similar, a catchphrase that is similar about the concept, but it's okay for US and that doesn't work in Italy, for example. It's tough.
Makes sense.
So move on. Oh, this is how cool is this figure? Take a look, guys. Take a look at my friends. How cool this is. Scumbag when glows in the dark. I can absolutely say that this is super cool. It's absolutely super cool. I like so much. But move on to the next. Oh, take a look at the back also. The amount of details on the back. So it's awesome. I love it. The next one, this is another freaking awesome idea. The pizza party wagon. Is it new tooling or the tooling is the same? Tell me something about it.
It's the same. So maybe we've got the better photo here. But, as we're making Mikey's Pizzeria, we're talking about how we're dressing the environment, what else is happening. And we'd be like, it'd be cool to have a delivery van, because any pizza place always has delivery. And we're like, well, what would he deliver in? We're like, they deliver in the turtle van. Well, we can't do that. And we're like, we just made a turtle van. What if we make a delivery turtle van? And so it's a ridiculous idea. And we're like, let's try. And then when we mocked it up, we're like, it looks so cool. We have to make this.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's absolutely super cool. I have some pictures about it, by the way, so we can take a look.
Yeah, I mean, look at how ridiculous that looks. It looks like it was always meant to be this.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
Yeah.
And I like, once again, the packaging. Everything is pizza style in these exclusives, like Michelangelo.
Yeah, all the grease stains on everything, and the oil.
Yeah. In Italy, it's the same about pizza. The style of the box is the same.
Yeah.
But speaking of pizza style, we have Mikey, Undercover Mikey, Rocksteady, Bebop and Shredder, reaction figure. Take a look how beautiful they are in this super cool pizza slice cardboard.
Yeah, I mean, in the show, if you go back in the show, there's an episode called Weird Pizza where Shredder opens up a pizzeria restaurant trying to lure the turtles and everything. So we're like, if we're making a pizza restaurant, we kind of need to speak something to the homage of that. It's not as direct as that, but it's like, so here's sort of, the bad guys on their weird pizza. But it's still part of the Mikey's Pizza event.
Also, this reaction figure available on Super 7 booth?
No, these are available at the pizzeria at Mikey's Pizza.
Okay, perfect. And now move on to another license they like, the you touch cartoon accurate Transformers reaction figure. Tell me something about Grimlock and Unicron.
Grimlock and Unicron in G1 packaging. So
cool.
Look at those colors.
Beautiful.
And the package looks just like it would have back in the day.
Absolutely. I love G1 style. I love also the 1987 movie. I love that part of I can go on until Transform Headmaster, but when they start to do something different, the Super Godmaster Force is not too much for me. I'm more G1 style. This is the package of the previous G.I. Joe exclusive that we saw before. What a beautiful figure. And speaking of another San Diego Comic exclusive, is new version of Zartan. Tell me something about it.
Well, when you first meet Zartan in the miniseries, he's in the robe, he's mysterious, he's playing the flute, and you get the snake that comes out of the basket, and then you're like, who is this mysterious figure? Then he goes up to the secret hideout, and the snakes come out and everything. Then he takes off the robe, and it's Zartan. So, it's just like, here's this other moment for Zartan, different than sort of the regular one. Like when we were first making Zartan, we're like, we want to do all this Zartan. Well, I can't put all of this Zartan in one box. There's way too much. So we cut down to, here is the Zartan that you expect off screen, how he is in most of the show. But we still had all this other stuff. And we're like, oh, we should make that version for San Diego where we make, here's Zartan when you first see him.
Great. And move on to another franchise reaction figure, Voltron.
Yeah, so this is an anniversary year for Voltron. I believe it's 40th anniversary for Voltron. And we wanted to do a special Voltron. So we did this version of the figure we made a long time ago has been out of stock for a long time, and people have been asking about it. So we threw it back to vintage toy packaging with the original toy color on the figure.
Great. So that means if you miss something that was sold out, Super7 hear you and give you back the opportunity to have this beautiful figure.
Correct.
I have also a picture. You can see also the figure side by side with the box.
Yeah, you see the 40th anniversary logo there on the bottom right.
Yeah, let's zoom in the logo. There we go. Super cool stuff. I think we have other couple of things to cover, and then we have some random conversation, and then 10 minutes to Q&A with the fan of the channel and the fan of Brian Flynn, because in the toy business, Brian is like a superstar.
That's not true at all. That's not true.
I'm joking a little bit, my friend. So move on to Mommy Boy.
Yes, Mommy Boy. That's the Super7 mascot. So this is the latest iteration of him, Japanese vinyl for the diehards, for the OGs. Super cute.
Cool. And last but not least,
Oozbat. Oozbat is from the Snakes of Infinity line that we did many, many years ago, and designed by Chanman in Tokyo. And it's been a while since we did one, so we wanted to make another Oozbat and get him out there.
So a lot of good, cool stuff from Super7. So guys, don't miss the opportunity. But now let's talk about something about how you prepare yourself to go San Diego some behind the scene in this 5 minutes of random before to go in the Q&A section. Tell me, is far away from you because San Diego is in California? You live in California. How much time do you spend to go to San Diego?
Well, San Diego is in California, but California is big. I'm not sure if California is bigger than Italy or not. It might be.
It's possible, I think.
If I was driving to San Diego, it's about 8 or 10 hours to drive. If I fly, an hour. It's not that far, hour 15, hour 20. Yeah, I mean, I have San Diego Comic-Con starts on Wednesday night for preview night, and then it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I have people showing up, starting to get things ready as early as Saturday before San Diego, and then they'll be there till Tuesday after San Diego. So for my staff, it's almost 10 days worth of work for those 4.5 days worth of convention. But San Diego Comic-Con's, I mean, it's the Super Bowl of the nerds, if you will.
Yeah.
It's the big moment of the year. It's super exciting. It's super fun. There's never anyone at San Diego who's unhappy to be there.
Yeah. It's one of my dreams, be there. The only problem that I saw how much I need to fly to go there is about 16 hours and an 8 flight. So probably my goal is try to be, because I was selected as a YouTuber to be on New York Toy Fair, the last edition. But to me, it was too late. To me, I wasn't in time to do the passport. But now I will try to be on New York on Toy Fair on 2025. Let's see. Also because I can fly without change fly from Italy to New York in about 8 hours and 45 minutes. I think it's better than 16 hours to fly.
Yeah, because you got a layover. I mean, if I fly straight from San Francisco or San Diego to New York, it's almost 6 hours going that way. It's like 5 hours, 45 minutes. So it's a long way across the country, And then, so if you're probably flying, you're flying into JFK or, New York City, you're flying into Atlanta, you're flying into a hub, then you've got a 2 or 3 hour layover to get on another flight to fly another 4, 5, 6 hours. So it's a long trip. But same thing when we go, like last time we went to Italy, which was several years ago, same thing, like we flew to, I think, England, and then had to wait, layover, change flights to go to Rome.
Yeah. So in my opinion, San Diego Comic-Con should be cool. Oh, by the way, will be busy days also to me, because in this time I do the full coverage for all news. Also, I upload sometimes 12 videos just about news in every day. So and also you saw that some new stuff will comes to me, some sample for review also in the same days. So it will be crazy moments. But should be cool to me, because in 4 days I can meet everybody that I know in this business. So
yes,
people like you, they work in the toy industry, but fellow YouTubers like Shartamus, for example, Pixel Dan, that I'm friend with them, but only virtually, because
yeah. Well, even then, I mean, Shartamus lives 30 minutes away from me. I see him maybe once a year.
Okay.
Pixel Dan, I will see at the big conventions, but that's all. But I mean, they're great people. They're good.
Yeah. With Shartimus, we did also 2 songs together, me and Shartimus.
That makes sense. Makes complete sense to me.
Yeah, we did the Power Count song together, one of the 2. But now it's time for the 10 minutes of Q&A. So let's see what our friends on the chat shares and want to ask to you. So let's see some questions. Daniel Ristori, solid fan of the channel, asks to you. You can keep question for Brian for later, but I can kindly ask Brian the overseas sales AE, UK, Europe, Asia, etc. are doing for the Ultimates line?
It's really dependent line by line and country by country, because you need to have that distributor in that country to bring the product in. So Some countries we do really well in, some countries not hardly at all, because if we don't have a good distributor, they may not bring it. Or in some cases, that line may not be popular in that country. So it goes back and forth.
Okay, a question by Paltrax, another solid fan of the channel. How are the fit of your shirts?
How are the fit of my shirts? Depends on how much lunch I had. Oh, we try to have sort of an in between. It's not sort of big and boxy, but it's not like really svelte and tight. It's kind of in between. But we try to have a really nice, high quality thread count, nice soft feel that won't shrink very much. So we have a better quality shirt, and then it's a fitted shirt. It's not just a big box, but it's not as much as like a real, some people get the really tight shirts. We don't go that way. We're in the middle.
Okay, Damien asked to you about possible Filmation Ghostbusters Ultimates figure.
Not at this time.
Another things that I will love to see, by the way, Filmation Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Let's see other questions. It says Damien Woodstocks and his birdhouse.
Maybe one day, yes, maybe.
Okay. This one, Tintin reaction. I don't know what is Tintin, by the way.
You don't know Tintin? Even I know Tintin. Tintin is almost unknown in America, but it's huge over in Germany and other parts of Europe and England. But Tintin is not really, no one even really knows what it is over here. Very, very obscure for Americans. So unless there's a regional distributor that wants to get deep into it, I don't see us making Tintin simply because the audience in America isn't there. So we'd have to count on a very large audience outside of the country.
Okay, the other comments are just some appreciation for both. So shout out to people in the chat like Lupo, on Gemina, Damien Ristori, Bridazel, on Gemina, I mentioned before, and the other guys, they enjoy the show. We are about how many minutes do you have? Do you still have?
I actually have to jump on a meeting in 2 minutes.
So it's time to wrap the stream, wrap this show. But Brian will return, guys, so don't cry. He will return because it's episode 8.
I will return. Because how else am I going to get piano songs about me?
That's right. So let's do the final song. So guys, it's time to say goodbye with my friend Brian Flynn. Go to San Diego Comic-Con if you live in California. Also, if California is big, and go right immediately to the Super7 booth to grab your Super7 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And thank you, Brian, to be on my show. And
thank you always for having me, Alan. It's always so much fun to talk to you.
This is the episode 8. A lot of fun with you as usual. But before to say goodbye, guys, take a look of this short fun video.
Thanks for watching, my friends. And please smash that button, my friends. Please smash and subscribe. Help this channel to go to 100k subscribers, my friends. It's my dream. Please give me your love, guys. But also, guys, leave a comment and share this video with your friends, guys. But also, my friends, consider to become a patron to choose the next content of the channel. And also, my friends, become a member to be my guest in my show. That's right. And now you can see this video, or maybe this other video, or maybe another interview, reviews, unboxing, stop motion, tutorial, and more for you guys. So thanks for watching. Thank you so much. And subscribe, my friends. And so long, everybody. So long, my friends.
And I forgot the last thing to tell you guys. next Monday, episode 100 of the show with Eric Treadaway of the 407 Studio.
Oh, Eric's amazing dude. Amazing dude.
Yeah.
Tell him I said hello and that everything he does is amazing.
Amazing. Yes, thank you, Brian, again, and see you next Monday with Eric Treadaway, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye to all.